Hey guys, so I'm going to try and do a quick little tutorial for how I do my bottom transition knots for a classic traditional pocket. I'm going to be kind of doing it one-handed since I don't have a GoPro, unfortunately. And for some reason my computer isn't really working with recording, so I'm going to try and do this with my phone. So, you've already been going, I'm just going to pretend like this is going to be the first one even though I already have it here. So, that's what it's pretty much going to look like. To describe what's going on here, your leading end coming from this track coming down here, your leading end's going to go over top of the back of the leathers, come up over top of the string that you just went over top of the leathers with. So it's going to look like one of these uh, interlocks right at the start. Okay, so and then you're going to go down, but over top of the back of the leathers again, without letting this part right here, the top part here, shift over. You're going to hold it down, and you're going to come around back behind the front of the leathers, over top of this part of the string, and then you're going to go up under the initial piece of cross lace that touched the leather for this knot. And then you're going to go up into the next track. Now, it seems a little difficult, but once you get it down the first time, it's actually quite easy. So, to try and show you guys what I mean, and I'm going to finish it later, but so leading end is going to go over top of the leathers. See? Just like one of the regular interlocks. Then we're going to go behind again. Remember, I'm doing this one-handed, so if I can get this down, I'll be impressed myself. Okay, try not to have any knots getting in the way. Now see what I mean by it's going to try and pop over? So you're going to want to try and keep it tight, but like that, okay? That's how it's going to look just before you go over top of this piece of cross lace. Now you take your leading end of the cross lace. You're going to go over top and up under going to go up under that cross lace. Just goes to show how much cross lace you need for a classic traditional. So you're going to essentially, when it's loose, that's how it's going to look. It's going to look like a jacked up kind of figure eight knot of sorts. But you're going to work, once you find the spot where you want it, which is like how I have over here, once you find the sweet spot where you want your transition knot to sit, you start working the cross lace through so that the trailing end where the track isn't super tight, but it's not all loosey-goosey. When was the last time you heard that term? But then, so you are feeding it through. And that's basically what it's going to look like, okay? And from the inside, it's going to look like this, okay? But when you finish it on the outside, it will be completely done. And once and now I don't have it as tight as you really should because I'm not done with the pocket yet. I usually string it pretty loose until I find all the sweet spots for all the interlocks, and then I start working the cross lace through a little more to tighten it down. And then I use a pair of needle nose pliers, or my fingers if I can't find my pliers, and just tighten down this transition knot as tight as I can without pulling on the trailing end too much, and then I can feed more through. And then I'll come back down to the second one and do the same thing, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps you out with your classic traditionals or any traditionals requiring some sort of transition knot. The only reason why I do this type of knot is because I do not like to cut slits in my leathers, because I've had tendencies where the leathers will break, or I'll slice, basically slice from the middle out, and then I'll have to do one of these transition knots around this cut in order to try and fix it. So I just decided from now on I'm gonna do transition knots, and I'm not going to do slits anymore, because I find it a little better whenever you want to put a new set of cross lace into the pocket, and it allows you to actually shift your diamonds if it's not in the sweet spot like you thought it was going to be when you were stringing. So basically it keeps you from having to do things over and over and over and over again, because you can't keep cutting holes down the leather. So hopefully this little tip helped you, and I'm actually kind of impressed with myself that I did this completely one-handed. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any other little tips that you want me to show you, I'll be glad to show you. So catch you later, guys.